Jack from Fluencycom here, and welcome to this English lesson, which is going to be more of a story. The story of how I got started teaching and my journey throughout this entire process. And I'm making this video because a lot of people have been asking me recently whether I give one-to-one lessons, whether I can jump on Skype with them. It's a great term, jump on Skype. Jump on Skype with them and teach them English in a private lesson. Now, instead of telling you at the end, I'll tell you now. The answer is no. I don't offer one-to-one lessons, but I used to. I used to teach one-to-one. Instead, today, I focus on my Fluency program because this is the best way that I can help you with your English. And you can find out more about that at fluency.com/TFP. Now, I started teaching back in 2008, I think it was. The year before, I had met my wife, and I needed something that I could do while I was visiting my wife and while I was in the UK. So I needed something flexible. And I came across this company that said, hey, we're hiring teachers. Experience doesn't matter. Certifications don't matter. They're not important. We just want people who can connect with English learners and teach them conversational English. So I thought, why not? I'll give this a try. So I had a few lessons and I loved it. I fell in love with teaching the English language. So I did that for about 7 or 8 months. And then my wife and I, we moved to Spain. Firstly, to Bilbao, and then to Valencia. Now, in Bilbao, I was teaching business lessons in these different companies. These companies were actually shipyards. So they built these huge ships, and I was teaching the office staff there. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And I also did private lessons too. And this is when I actually started my own website. I attracted learners to my lessons. And I had quite a lot of students all around town. They started to refer me to other people. And by the end of the year, I had a lot of private students. But I had to say goodbye to those students because the following year, we moved to Valencia. Now, Valencia is amazing. If you're from Valencia, you know how good it is. If you've not been there, then definitely check it out. And in Valencia, I taught in a language school. This was like a typical language school with children, with teenagers and adults. And I also did a little bit of private tutoring on the side too. On the side, great phrase. I did private tutoring on the side too. And most of this came online because I realized that I could reach learners from all over the world if I created a website and said, hey, I offer one-to-one Skype lessons. And I didn't really know anyone else who was doing this. It wasn't common at the time. So I just decided to do it. It worked great. I got all these great students. And when Kate is my wife, when we decided to move to America, I said, why don't I try and do this full time? Why don't I teach one-to-one lessons full time? So I went for it. I decided to do it. And in January 2011, I was a full-time online English teacher with my own teaching business, my own marketing. I could teach lessons the way I wanted to teach them. And it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I had a lot of students originally from Brazil, Colombia, Spain and Italy. Those were the 4 main countries. And then I got a lot from Russia, Germany, Japan, no one from South Korea, but a few other people in Asia as well, Taiwan. And it was just so much fun, connecting with learners on a one-to-one basis. But in 2013, my son was born. And I realized that if I wanted to continue doing this, if I wanted to provide for my family, I would have to do something else in addition. Because with one-to-one lessons, and this is talking about business, I can only take on so many students. I can only have so many students. So I decided to do group lessons where I had 4 students in the class. And this was great. This was a way for me to increase the income per hour for me and also help more people at the same time. So I did that for a while. Then I started to write about online teaching, and I created a course for other teachers. Then I created the first edition of the To Fluency program. And this came out in March 2014. And I promoted this on a different website. It went great. People loved the course. And it focused on helping English learners improve their English on their own. So I taught how to learn English. These are the methods to follow if you want to improve quickly. That went great. I released the course again. It went great again. And then in November 2014, I put this course on my own website. I created lots of different videos and attracted learners to it. And a lot of learners signed up for this course. And then since then, I've been updating it, adding to it. And earlier this year, I wrote the course again. I completely started from scratch. To start from scratch means to start again. So I deleted the old course and just put up a new course. And this was a big change because what I did was I focused a little bit on the theory, how to learn English, but then put more emphasis on the materials. Here is the audio you need to use this method. Here are some worksheets. Here are the memory cards that I have created for this method. And it's been going really well. People have been taking this course and they're really enjoying it. And obviously, I'd love for you to sign up if this is something you're interested in to fluency.com/TFP. I give speaking evaluations. We can, chat by email. I can help you by email. And this is the best way that I can help an English learner who is at an intermediate level, who feels like they know the grammar, they know some vocabulary, but it's difficult for them to speak. It's difficult for them to speak without thinking about the rules and without translating. And that's the reason I created this program. It's also for learners who want to improve their listening too. It's going to make a big difference to your ability to listen. So when I get an email saying, hey, can you help me learn English? I say, yes, here is my program. Yes, here is this method that I've written on a blog post. These links will be in the description. And I cannot offer one-to-one lessons right now. So I hope you have enjoyed the story of me, my journey as an online English teacher. And the good news is I feel like I'm just getting started. I feel like this is the start of something really big for me. And I'm very, very dedicated to finding the best ways to help you learn English. So if you are new here, subscribe to this channel and then click the notification bell. If you haven't got my free book, you can download it to fluency.com/book. And if you want to jump right in, we've used jump twice in this video. If you want to jump right into the course, go to fluency.com/TFP. And I've got a question for you. Are you currently taking one-to-one lessons? And if not, is this something you are thinking about doing? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.